everybody! Welcome to my channel again. I'm in web. Well, today I'll talk with you about a topic called transportations with our friend here. Our friend called Penguin. Hello everybody! Hello! This is Penguin and he's going to be your friend for the whole time. Right? He's going to be our main friends. Okay, well, we're going to be talking about transportations. There are 4 different kinds of transportations. First is transportations that are in rails, air transportations, water transportations, and road transportations. Okay, well now let's get started. First is rail transportations. Well, those are transport that will need to have the rails so that it can travel, right? Well, usually the transportations that have the rails on are usually very, very heavy. Well, they need the rail because if they're too heavy and too fast, then if they're riding on the street, they will be dipped up like this, right? And that would be very bad, right? And also, they can't go in a straight line, but they will curve many times like this. Well, there are rail transportations. Well, we have high-speed train, subway, train, or railways. There are some kinds of rail transportations. Next is water transportations. Well, water transportations are what? Do you know? I know this one. Water transportation are transports that will need water to move on. It needs water to move on because usually they are boats and they can float on the water. Or they are water transportations. Yes, that's right. If we have a car on water, can it ride on it? No, it will be sink down. Right? Okay, well that's a water transportations. Well, let's look at some kinds of water transportations. First is carpenter ship. Okay? This is just a social ship and a boat. A boat and ship. A ship is usually smaller than a boat. Next is a speedboat. A speedboat is kind of like pretty fast, right? And speed up, and speed is very fast. We say this is speedboat, right? Next is cruise ships. Well, that can be a cruise ship, not a cruise size ship. A cruise ship. Okay, and next is a sailboat. You know, there are the sailboat, right? And they will have flags on them. And if there's a wind, that will move the boat. This is a kind of boat that uses natural energy at its things, right? At its energy for it to move. Okay? Our next word here I have is a ferry. A ferry is a boat. But usually, it will have many rooms inside. It's just kind of like a hotel, but bigger and is transporting on your boats and on the waters. That's pretty scary, right? I don't believe that I can see those. Well, that ferry. Do you remember the Titanic one? They're the ferries too. Okay, or we can just have usual kinds of boats like the boat. No. And we have here is a rowing boat and a kayak, right? Okay? Next is air transportations. There are transportations that travels in the air. That's right. Well, we have first is a parachute. A parachute, right? A parachute. Thing like that. A parachute, some things, right? Well, those are kind of like, they're pretty scared. And you When you want to travel by those, you would be taken up to the sky by a jet, right? And then after that, what will give you a thing is just kind of like a piece of very hard cloth, and then by the winds it will move you up and down, right? And that just kind of like you're jumping, but you don't care about if you're being died, right? Because the parachute is protecting you from being right under the rocks, right? That's very bad. Next is hot air balloon. There are the balloons, right? And they are very big. Usually inside is fire. Do you know what the fire is used for? Yes, because it will make the balloon to be hotter. It will have energy and it can blow up. Yes, that's right. Pretty smart, penguin. Okay, well next here I have is a proper plane, an old liver, and helicopter, an airplane, a plane, and a jet. Well, those are all the transportations that move in the air, okay? The last kind of transportation is road transportations. You can see those everywhere, okay? Let's look clear and see. We're going to take turns describing. Who's first? Let me see. This is Penguin and this is me. 1, 2, 3, go! Ooh. Well, I win. Well, Penguin's going to be the first one to describe. Okay? First, I will describe the bus. The bus is a public transportation. Nearly everywhere are birds. Buses are usually pretty cheap, and many people take turns riding on the bus. People usually ride on bus because they doesn't have their own transportations, or maybe they are not having enough time to travel by themselves. Or maybe if a new in this place are traveling from a very, very long road, they will use those buses. Yeah, that's right. Pretty smart, Penguin. Okay, well, those buses are public transportations, and some buses some birds they will just have one space like this, but sometimes you can see those buses that have 2 spaces, right? Well, just one ride, it can take much more people, right? Okay, well, you've described about the bus. Let me see. I will describe about the motorbike. Well, nearly everybody who can ride now buys a motorbike. Do you know why? Because motorbikes are cheaper than the cars, right? And also, they are kind of like not too old, but also fashions not too bad, also not too nice, but they're just good enough, right? And those are transportations that will also need oils and fuel to move, right? Well, kind of like all kinds of things needs energies to move, right? Well, that's motorbike. Next, my turn. I will choose the scooter. Scooter, okay? A scooter can be shaped like this, but sometimes there are scooters for kids. The scooters for kids are much more smaller. Oops. And also, they can be easily right. They will need frictions from our feet, right? And after a time, if it gets slowly by frictions, we'll need to flip our feet again so that the scooters can get enough frictions and it can move again. Okay, well that's time for me. I will describe about the bike. Bike is a kind of things that it doesn't need any kind of energy. It just needs the gas inside of its wheels, right? And all the other things are from it. Many people choose riding bikes for their fitness, right? are pretty good, and also they are pretty nice. The bikes here can be ride from adults to children, maybe some kind of like old people. Also, they will ride the bike. The bike is transportation, but also it is a thing that can help us do some exercise. This is right. Okay, well, we have some many more stuff transportations like drum or taxi or van or car or trucks, right? Well, let's look at the last part. Step become faster. Okay, and the street. Wow, okay. First is a crosswalk. If you're walking, you would walk over the crosswalks. And usually, if you're walking, we would raise our hand up, kind of like, can I go, please? I'm going. Please don't ride your car, right? That's how we can walk through the crosswalk safely. And also look at both two sides, left, right to left, left to right, up and down, straight and back, so that there's no kind of cars or any kinds of other vehicles moving right in that place, right? Because they can maybe hurt you or crash you. That's very bad and it hurts you a lot. Okay? Next is a fork. A fork is a road that's been divided into three. Well, just like this. There we go. No, this is not a real fork. Like this? I don't know. Well, the fork usually will have three sides. And when the three sides meet the same, it will meet at a corner, at a central, right? Next is one-way street. It is the street that just have one kind of street. And that will just go one kind. One will go straight like this, or it will go like this. It wouldn't change its size. It wouldn't change its ways. Two-way streets are different. They would have two different roads that have been divided. Okay? This side will be like this, will be going up, and this side will be going down. Right? Well, the two-way streets are pretty kind of like, I think it's safer because ours people wouldn't cross like that, right? Okay, next is a crossroad. Crossroad. This is the road that I've drawn. Did you see that? Right? Pretty hard for me to draw. There we go. Well, now there are four corners. One of four cars coming from a corner that will make into the central. Right? Okay? Well, the last one is the traffic light. A traffic light, if it shows red, then it means stop. If it shows yellow, then come slower. If it shows green, just go. Okay? Well, those traffic lights can help us from being crashed from each other, right? That will be safer. So that we can know if the people's here are going, so that we wouldn't go. If the people are going right there, the traffic light would be go. And after they go, or traffic light will be blue again, and the traffic light would now be red. Now we're going to go up. They will wait for us, and the next time they will cross through, right? That repeats again many times. That's the traffic lights. Okay? Well, I want to ask you questions. What kind of transportation do you like best? Rail transportation, water, air, or roads? Okay? One last time, say bye. See you next time. See you next time, and have a good day.